Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the On Fire B2B podcast where we take business owners and CEOs in the B2B space. 6 questions, 9 minutes because the best know when to be concise and when to end. And let's get to it. Question number 1, a few sentences tell us who you are and what do you do?
Hi, Bob. My name is Gina Longo, and I'm the owner of Trigpoint Systems. And with your permission, I'd like to start off answering your question by asking your audience a question. Now, I know that you're watching this on recording, but play along with me. Who else here thinks that there's still opportunity to be had, even though these times are trying, if you have the courage to go for it? If you think there's opportunity to be had, put your hand up. Now, I can see you on the replay, so go ahead and put your hand up. Great. I happen to agree with you. I think there's opportunity to be had if you have courage. And I also think that even though times are very, very bleak right now and everybody's going through a trying time, that there's still hope. And with hope comes courage. And with courage comes the willingness and the desire to try to change things for the better. And I also think, Bob, and maybe you agree with me on this, is that entrepreneurs are going to be the ones who pick up the pieces of the economy and get it back on its feet. So that's what I do. I help aspiring entrepreneurs who want to be part of the solution to start and grow their own business. And my particular interest is working with members of the aviation community, aviation professionals who are being forced out of the aviation industry, because that was me 10 years ago. I've been an airline pilot. I gave up a lot of seniority to move across the ocean. And when the economy crashed 10 years ago, I lost my aviation career. So I want to help aviation professionals who want to be entrepreneurs to start their own business.
That is an awesome little niche. I love that there. Gina, question number 2. What is the best thing about working with businesses?
The thing that I like best about working with businesses and with business owners in particular is that they're action takers. Business owners know that the best idea in the world is only pie in the sky if you don't act on it. So I like to work with people who want to take action and get the job done. And I find that people who have their own businesses are the same way.
Absolutely. Question number 3. I'm hearing from other top executives that testimonials and reviews are becoming more critical now, especially video ones. What are your thoughts?
I agree with that. I do think that testimonials are very, very important, but I want to say this with a bit of a qualification. Back in the day when it was just written testimonials, you may have seen that some people, while they were happy to give a testimonial, were not happy to use their whole name because they didn't want to expose themselves for whatever reason. So while I think that as business owners, we would love to have video testimonials, we need to keep in mind that not everyone that we ask is going to be happy to put their face out there for the whole world to see. So while it may be good for us, I think it's incumbent upon us as business owners not to put our clients or customers in a position that we're asking them to do something that makes them uncomfortable, no matter how much it might benefit our business.
That is true. That is completely true. Question number 4. What advice do you share with other companies working in the B2B industry? Go.
Okay, with B2B, I think that a lot of times people forget that you're not just working business to business, you're working person to person, P2P. So whenever you're structuring your communications, you're writing your emails, you're creating your marketing materials, whatever it is that you're doing, you have to remember to put yourself in the other person's shoes and address not only their business concerns as far as what their business is doing, but their professional goals and their personal goals. So let's say that whatever you're offering, your product, your service, helps to save their company money. All right, maybe when they buy your product or your service, that saving the company money gets the person you're dealing with promotion. With that promotion comes a raise. So they've met their professional goal, they've got a raise, but also don't forget how that affects them personally. Now that they're getting a little extra money coming in, perhaps they can pay off their mortgage, or they can take a great vacation, or maybe give a little more financial security to their family. And let's say that whatever you're offering saves the company or the person you're working with, her and her crew, time. Well, now that she's saving time, that gets her home sooner to her family, or maybe she has more time to work on her hobbies. So whenever you're writing, or even in what you're saying, not just the written communications, but the oral communications, try to address the benefits of your product and your service to deal with not only the business, but the personal goals and the professional goals of the person on the other end.
Right. Absolutely. I love that there. How focus on the focus on the personal really helps it. That's awesome. Let's get to question number 5. What other top CEOs and business owners in the B2B industry, like yourself, would you like to acknowledge as a leader and should be a guest on my podcast?
I would love to recommend a very professional lady named Catherine Hartvikson. She is a human resources consultant, and she is going above and beyond to change the way and improve the way that people interact with and perceive HR in the workplace.
Perfect. I'll look her up when we're done here. Number 6, Gina, most important question of the podcast. I need you to focus on this one. Hey, Gina, tell me about your first time. Your first sale.
My first, Okay, I was going to get some fun there, but my first sale was when I sold pretty much everything. I sold all my furniture and most of my stuff when I decided to leave my airline job and move by myself across the ocean to become a flight instructor. As far as my business goes, my first time would have been when I helped a stay-at-home dad who had been out of the workforce for more than 20 years raising his kids. When his living situation changed, he needed to start a business, and I helped him start his very first business. And in his first year, he made over $65,000, and he's year to year looking to make at least 15% from now on. So I'm very proud to have helped him on his way to his road to independence.
That is awesome. I love that story there. So Gina, you now have 3 minutes and 32 seconds left. You can do some promo time. You could ask me a question. You can talk about the weather, or since the best know when to be concise and when to end, we end early. Go.
I actually have a question for you, Bob.
I
noticed that you are based in Colorado Springs. So I'm an Air Force brat, and my dad graduated from the Air Force Academy. Are you a Falcons fan?
You know, I'm not a football fan in general. I'm going to be completely honest there. So, okay, I got to tell you a funny story about that.
All right.
So I moved here when I was 17. And I used to wear the color orange because my mother hated it. That was the reason for it. Again, 17-year-old little, if anything that pisses off mom, you do. Okay.
Of course.
So I'm in so I go to a liquor store, not a liquor store, I'm sorry. We call them Quickie Marts in California, but they're not Quickie Marts here, you know, convenience store. Yeah. So the guy asked me, do you like the Broncos? And this is right after Elway won 2 Super Bowls in a row. I'm like, who? Broncos, football. And then I say the thing that you do not say here at all. He almost punched me. Like I saw the fist go up. He said, I'm like, like the Raiders. And in Colorado, again, the Raiders are horrible because of the rivals and everything. And so I remember seeing that like he's about to hit me. He's like, I can't hit little kids. So that's it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just not I don't hate football. Just I'll watch it with friends if that's what they want to do, but not a huge football thing.
Well, if you're going to cheer for anybody at the college level, you need to cheer for the Air Force Falcons. So that's your assignment now. Okay, good.
There we go. You do have 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. You want some promo time?
All I would like to say is if anyone, especially in the aviation industry, but anyone who is looking to start a business because you want to be part of the solution to what's going on in the economy, please get in touch with me. I'm happy to talk to you, and I would love to help you get started. You can look me up at trigpointsystems.com. That's my website, and that's where you'll find me.
It's in the description already there. You pulled it off. 6 questions, 9 minutes, because the best know when to be concise and when to end. Your website, say it real quick.
www.trigpointsystems.com.
In the description, it's magic. Gina, thank you so much for being on. Tip of the hat to you.
And a tip of the hat to you too, Bob.
Thank you. And for everyone else watching or listening, make sure you check out more episodes of the On Fire B2B podcast. My name is Bob Clark. Y'all have a wonderful day. Now, I'll talk to you later. Bye.